Coming up next, Children's International School, popularly known as CIS, recently held its Literacy Week. Here's a report on how it went.
Children's International School, CIS, is a learning institution that provides primary and secondary education in Nigeria with students from over 25 countries and 5 continents. In its bid to not only provide top-quality academic subjects to students, CIS also organizes stimulating extracurricular programs like the Literacy Week, an annual event to get students to showcase their literary skills, meet renowned authors, and learn more about the world of literature. The latest of the CIS Literacy Week was recently held at the school. This edition was tagged Myths Around the World. And the star author invited was none other than Africa's first winner of the Nobel Prize of Literature, the iconic Professor Wole Soyinka. The children were ecstatic to see the literary giant.
It is with great honor that I stand before you to welcome one of the greatest treasures, as well as one of the living legends of Nigerian literature, as well as world literature. He's a Nigerian playwright, poet, as well as essayist, and is recognized for many of his popular plays, such as The Lion and the Jewel, Madmen and Specialists, and The Trials of Brother Jiro, a play in which we performed here at CIS ourselves. In 1986, he was awarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature and became the first African to do so.
Professor Wole Soyinka took the children down memory lane and shared stories close to his heart with them.
I also, as a child, had a similar experience. Different in form. I was, for some reason or other, a very voracious reader. You know the meaning of voracious, don't you? The huge appetite. The word is usually used for food, but in this case, literature for me is food. And I became addicted to that food. I read every scrap of paper. Even advertisements I read, as long as they contain words, because these experiences were being opened to me by just reading a word, 2 words, a phrase, then a sentence, then a whole paragraph, then a series of paragraphs, exchanges between human beings, and I could never stop reading.
It's not every day that Wole Soyinka shows up at your school, so when he does, it's the perfect opportunity to ask him as many questions as possible. The smart CIS students took their chance.
My first question is, how can we strive to get the Nobel Prize?
How can we strive to get the Nobel Prize? That's a very interesting question.
The answer to that is don't try very hard. Just do what you love doing. If you love literature and you love writing, one of these days you'll be sitting down quietly in your home, minding your business, and a message will come that you are wrong and right. It doesn't have to be right. It can be anything right. African literature rights, it doesn't have to have recognition. The important thing is concentrate on what you do, let other people concentrate on finding out.
There were lots of interesting and relevant side attractions, talks.
You talk and talk and talk and talk. You have the basic skill. All you've got to do is to be a great writer, to get it on paper. And there's people who will do that for you for the right price. So you are all great writers. Never, ever, from this moment on, let it be heard in English classrooms. Miss Mallory, never let it be heard, I don't know what to write. I can't write that. Can I change that title? Can I start again? No.
Rendition of monologues based on Wole Soyinka's works.
But a stench of rancid bread of public hire and speak, red pillar books, red double-tiered, omnibus, squelching tar. It was real, shaped by ill-mannered silence.
And even music.
All the seats come in as quickly and quietly as possible.
This year's CIS Literacy Week was very much about inspiring students to dream big and use their talents to achieve great things. No other guest could illustrate that more than the Nobel laureate. After his time with the children, the Nobel Prize winner had something to say about how literature affects politics and society in general.
Well, I don't know about should, but I find it inevitable. People learn, and we're not talking just about biographies, famous people and so on and so forth, historic models, legends. No, we're talking about the fact that literature enables you to penetrate into the psychology, the needs of people, human relationships, even the means of organizing one's life, one's society, the means of reproducing, the very fact of existence in multiple ways, of enhancing the quality of life. This is what literature very often, even without setting out to do, actually achieves. And if you're in politics, and politics is about people, it's not just about government, basically, it's about people, organizing people and serving people, then you've got to at least understand the nature of the society in which you want to be a political actor. So for me, it's inevitable. You've got to read to be able to understand even the very people you are governing.
Getting the children to meet Wole Soyinka was meant to inspire the young ones, and it looked like it did.
I think that seeing him, having him speak to them, having them ask him questions, and then him giving them responses directly, I think that makes a huge difference. It adds to not just this kind of mythical, because he is almost mythical, isn't he, the way the children see him. It's not someone that you would ever expect to see.
What struck me most was when Professor Wole Soyinka said that Nelson Mandela, even when he was in prison for most of his life, he was still reading novels and taking on literature, and it just told me, it gave me the life lesson that you should never disregard literature, no matter what situation you're in. Literature is key and it's important.
What I really loved about this program is that I've never met an author before. So meeting an author was really exciting, and I thought maybe this could really be an awesome experience for me. And what I'm going to take away from it is that usually I would think of literature as, not my favorite subjects, but now I think I really like literature because, as Professor Wole Soyinka said, it can impact your life. It depends how you read the book. And it doesn't matter who you are, it's what you do. And that's what I realized.
What I felt inspiring was that, for example, the kind of situation Wole Soyinka was, where he was at the University of Ibadan, he still persevered and kept on trying to improve his literature, and did so well that he got a scholarship to go to England to study in any country of his choice. And I think this proves to you that no matter how imperfect you think you are, that there's always room for improvement, that you can always try your best to be the best person that you possibly can be.
I learned that at any time that there's always time to read, and it doesn't matter where you are. And in the future, I would use this as a way to escape the world, to move away from my problems and just get into a different world.
Overall, it turned out to be an experience the students of CIS are not going to forget for a long time.
That was an incredible experience for the CIS children. I hope more schools in Nigeria can follow their steps. It's time to redefine who the heroes of Nigerian children should be. Thanks for joining us once again today. As always, we look forward to getting your feedback and comments through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.